Hey Dolphins Nation! What's up? We've got an exciting injury report and some updates coming your way as we dive into the latest on our team's preparation for Week 9. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Every like and subscription helps us bring you the best Dolphins news and builds our community of passionate fans. We know this team is dedicated to pushing harder and aiming for excellence, and your support means everything. Now, let's dive right in. The Miami Dolphins just dropped their first injury report of the week, and it's a long list, with some veteran players taking an extra day off and others nursing injuries. You're going to want to know who's in, who's out, and who could still make it to the field for our critical matchup against the Buffalo Bills. One name that jumped out is Tyreek Hill, who wasn't on the field Wednesday. Initially, fans worried this could be related to the foot injury he tweaked last week, but according to the report, it was more about giving him some rest. Our coaching staff wants Tyreek fresh and at his best on Sunday. Then we've got tackle Taran Armstead, who took his usual Wednesday rest day, but this time with an added designation due to a knee issue. This is something the Dolphins need to monitor closely as the week goes on. Armstead's presence on the line is crucial for protecting Tua and giving our offense the foundation to succeed. Other veterans like DT Calais Campbell and S. Jordan Poyer also took their standard rest days, so no major surprises there. Now, let's take a look at the Dolphins players who missed practice due to actual injuries. We've got CB Storm Duck dealing with an ankle injury, TE Julian Hill with a shoulder issue, S. Jevon Holland nursing a hand and knee injury, CB Kader Kohu with a neck problem, LB Emmanuel Ogbah with a bicep injury, and DT Zach Sealer dealing with an eye injury. It's a pretty extensive list, and Duck, Kohu, and Sealer were already out against Arizona last week. Julian Hill went down on the very first drive, and Jevon Holland picked up his injury in the second half. Ogbah was on the injury report last week, so he's a familiar face on the list. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. We have some good news for fans waiting to see W.R. River Crocraft back in action. He's listed as a limited participant, signaling a return to practice after missing the first 8 games of the season due to a shoulder injury. Crocraft's return to practice opens a 3-week window where he can rejoin the active roster, giving us yet another target for Tua. This could be the boost we need in our wide receiver depth, especially with tough games ahead. And let's not forget about DT Benito Jones, who's also limited due to a knee issue, and LB Jordan Brooks, who's dealing with thigh and wrist problems. Now, for the full participants, we've got LB Tyus Bowser, knee, OL Robert Jones, knee, and TE Jonnu Smith, finger. These guys are practicing fully and are ready to bring their A-game come Sunday. But this isn't just about the Dolphins. Our rivals, the Buffalo Bills, have their own injury concerns, with even more players listed than the Dolphins' 16. The big news here is that OL Alec Anderson was out of practice due to personal reasons, while WR Amari Cooper, FB Reggie Gilliam, and WR Curtis Samuel were all limited. That's promising for Miami as we prepare to bring our best game to Buffalo. It's worth noting that QB Josh Allen, listed with a left hand issue, is fully participating in practice, so you can expect him to be ready to go. The Bills have 12 players marked as full participants, including some key names like CB Christian Benford, OL Spencer Brown, and S. Damar Hamlin. So, while they're dealing with a lot of injuries, we should be prepared for a fully armed and dangerous Buffalo squad. In other roster news, the Dolphins recently designated River Crocraft to return from IR, as reported by the NFL Transaction Wire. This is a guy who's been on quite the journey. From joining the Broncos practice squad in 2017 to bouncing between teams before landing with the 49ers, and finally Miami, Crocraft has had quite the career. Last season, he made 9 catches on 12 targets for 121 yards and 1 touchdown, showing he can be a reliable option when given the chance. His return could be a game-changer for Miami. With Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle drawing the defense, Crocraft might find himself in some favorable matchups downfield. So, keep an eye out for number 85 when he makes his return. He's got the potential to make a splash this season. As we gear up for Sunday's game against Buffalo, it's clear that Miami has its work cut out. But with players returning from injury and a healthier lineup, this team has the chance to turn the tides. Week 9 is going to be crucial for us, and every player counts. What do you think? Will we see Tyreek and Crocraft lead our receivers against the Bills? How will the defense hold up with so many banged-up players? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on all things Miami Dolphins. We'll see you next time with more exclusive updates and insights. Go Fins!